Spirit Journey, your old friend, Uncle Antonio, and with good old Henry the Wonder Dog is out here with me. I'm at Isaac Ford Park in Redlands on the beginning of a road trip that who knows where it's going to take me, but first it took me to Ford Park. It's been here for, gosh, probably 100 years. And it's a lovely place to come and play tennis and pickleball and roam around the park and enjoy yourself. Right above us is Redlands Boulevard, what used to be called Water Avenue, and water being extremely important in a semi-arid climate like Southern California and Redlands. Water being necessary, of course, to life anywhere, has always been kind of a fascination to me. And so Ford Park, under its more recreational and bucolic look to it, very, very pleasant, quiet place to spend a day, actually has a far deeper, no pun intended, purpose. And that purpose is to serve originally as one of the main water storage areas in Redlands. This canal here has been here, I'm sure it has a name, I don't know it, maybe somebody does, has been here since I was a kid. And we used to walk down the dry canal because it extended, was open all the way down into downtown Redlands, and you could walk down in there and from here all the way down. So, but yeah, Ford Park is actually sort of disguises, well, not so subtly disguises, a water pumping station, and there's below ground storage tanks. There used to be above ground here, apparently years ago. That was before my time. But this is all not just city yards. This all has to do with the pumping and transportation of water into Redlands. So it has some unique features to a place like Redlands, and we're going to see those in a minute. But I decided to bring you all along on this here day, rather than shooting the footage and cutting it later. I've kind of been enjoying the live. So any of you that are joining me today, it's going to go part 1, 2, 3, wherever I wind up, because I'm not sure where I'm going to end up, or if I can even have a voice. But Henry is here, and I've got some freshly baked peanut butter oatmeal cookies in the car, and lots of water, and so we're getting ready to go. He's given a good sniff. So a little of the history. Isaac Ford is credited as one of the founding fathers of Redlands. He brought, if not in real estate, like some of the other, like Brown and Judson, Ford certainly was big on water and agriculture. And I believe that he had something to do with city engineering early on. Someone can correct that, or maybe I'll correct it later. But Isaac Ford is memorialized with this here park. And spent a lot of time here when I was a kid. Oh man, we used to come here, and when I started at the disc golf. I shall not call it by the dreaded F word, because I have a good friend who's a disc golfer, and he would hate on me for doing that. But they have disc golf, and they have tennis and other fun things to do. But the big rolling hills always made it fun for some not so sanctioned activities. One particular was ice blocking. And I remember in high school, folks, including myself, would come and slide up and down these hills. Surprisingly, no one ever broke anything. We used to play softball down there in that little valley. And there was a whole lot of folks that I hung out with over the years here in Redlands that would come down and play some softball. So these days, we've got lots of shade, and down there, a dog park. Which is something Henry avoids like the plague. He's not a big fan of dog parks. But you can see more of the infrastructure here of water treatment. And this is kind of at the edge of Redlands. It used to be more of the edge. Redlands has spread out over the years a little further, but this used to be at the kind of the edge of town. And Ford Park, right below Ford Street. Is a tribute to Isaac Ford and to the people that early on determined that Redlands was going to really ideally situated to be a really thriving agricultural community. Those folks, regardless of race, creed, or ethnicity, those folks brought ideas and vision from other parts of the country and world to Redlands and communities like it, and they built things like Ford Park. Here it is. Ducky Pond. Matter of fact, Ford Park, when I was a kid, I didn't know what it was Ford Park. We always knew it as Ducky Park. when I was a kid. I don't know why it just became Ducky Park. But we used to come here and feed the ducks at Ducky Park. And they're still here hanging out. And people are enjoying the day. I'm going to catch my breath because, boy, I must be getting old. Huff, huff, huff. And so Henry's enjoying himself. And there's actually not one but two lakes that you can fish. Lots of ducks. We're not going to bother and walk down too close. We may get to the, there's a stone there, I think, about Isaac Ford. On this side is a monastery, El Carmelo, a Carmelite mission. There's different types of religious orders. If you're Catholic, I am not. Carmelite is one, and the Carmelite fathers run this retreat center called El Carmelo. My mom used to go to El Carmelo a lot. She really liked going there for the weekends and retreating, praying, stuff like that. She wasn't Catholic, but she did enjoy going there with her friends who were. So, the park. Let's see what else we got here. Because we are live, and I don't have to huff and puff. Oh, here it is. Here it is, the big stone. This wasn't here when I was young. I'll bet you there was another one here before. But anyway, either way. So it was established in 1963. So it's not 100 years, but right before I was born, year before I was born. Sponsored by the Rotary Club. So it's about 61 years old. Isaac Ford, early founder and pioneer of Redlands, a 30-year member of the Planning Commission. I knew he had something to do with the city. And so, yeah, Isaac Ford was helped to bring water here, and he's on the Planning Commission, and we have this legacy with his name on it. So that's pretty cool. And it should be like, aren't you going to the desert? Of course I'm going to the desert. That's our destination today. But Henry had to start his day with a very nice walk. Come on, amidst the ducks. So yes, we win, and we don't want to get too close. So we're walking away from ducks, but ducks are notoriously picky. You know, I used to live in Yorba Linda, and along the Santa Ana River, they have a couple of beautiful lakes in Yorba Linda. It's a regional park, Yorba Linda Regional. And those, they were quite a bit bigger than these lakes, but they were also water storage, like riverside water storage for Yorba Linda, I believe. The ducks there were incredibly aggressive. They had gotten to the point where when they're on the sidewalk, you better not, dog or not, walk anywhere near them, because they would come after you. They'd start honking and chasing you and trying to peck at you, and you know that's their turf, man. So you know, I'm keeping my distance. That they're used to people and dogs, but you know, keep your distance, be respectful, because this is their home, and they hang out here all the time. So usually I see people fishing out here. There's someone down there, and I don't bother them or anything, but you know, it's a great little place to fish. It's a great little place just to sit on the rocks. Or maybe not the rocks. Get it, bring a chair. We've got just a nice little pond here, and Henry's enjoying his walk. And so we're gonna wrap this up in a minute, but you know, a nice way to start a Sunday, very serene and peaceful, in front of the lake, watching the ducks go by. Yeah, it's a good vibe, as the kids like to say. So, I used to love this thing when I was a kid. I was fascinated by it, just watching it go down, the water go down like that. And I've been fascinated by water ever since I was a kid, actually. Love following, even the water after rain going down the gutter, I'd follow. Sometimes for miles when I was a kid, and you know, you could do that when you were a little kid. So when I was a little kid, when I was younger. So anyhow, a squirrel, Henry's mortal enemy, has just run past in utter defiance of Henry's Henryness. So, but I have always been someone who's fascinated with water. I actually got my master's degree writing about water and Redlands. And it wasn't the bringing of water to Redlands, it was the building of the Metropolitan Water District and the stealing of water from most of Southern California to form one central organization. Scary plot. Sounds like a YouTube video in the making. But meanwhile, so I've been fascinated, and I've done periodic videos with Cocoa Play Spirit Journey that look at water. One of the first videos I did for my old Maps and Legends series was about the Colorado River Aqueduct. And so it's remained, I would say, near, if not dear, to my heart. There we go. Let's not make y'all dizzy. You're getting a live hike. It's a my eye view of these things. So if nothing else, on my interest in water goes back a long, long way, and I've become more recently interested and engaged again in it for, I guess, obvious reasons to anybody who likes to drink water and have clean, safe water. It's never stopped being an issue, but now it's a lot more of an issue. So you can see check it out. You can see some of the pipes, the old infrastructure that carries, you can hear it. Just listen. You can hear the water rushing through those pipes. That's pretty cool. I brought you up here not to see the private property sign or do some ASMR. I brought you up because minus these trees, you got a pretty spectacular view of the San Bernardino Valley, where I grew up, my home. I watched a couple of videos the other day that were just ripping on San Bernardino for being a horrible, crime-ridden, horrible place. And well, you know, it ain't the best these days. But it reminded me that not all of the IE is like awful places to live. I grew up out here, spent a lot of time in the desert. There's a lot of places that they have a lot of problems, but hey, everyone has their problems. No one lives in a perfect world. So, but you get a great view from here. Boy, what a wonderful view of what was, what could have been, and what is. So it's kind of nice on a day like this to get such a beautiful, spectacular view. What a treat. And I think at this point I will end this first part of Live with Henry to let you know that Henry had a name before we got him. It was Rio. And that just didn't sit very comfortably. Rio means river in Spanish, by the way. And so we named him Henry, but decided to keep his old name and Americanize it, I guess, and change it to Rivers. So he has been Henry Rivers ever since he came into our lives. We didn't come into his life, really. He hopped in my car and away we go. Look, he's poised and excited. But Henry Rivers has gone with me on my adventures through dry lands, through to the ocean, and to whatever river and bodies of water that I've been to over the last several years I've had him. Henry's been alongside me. And so today it's a lot of fun to share this road trip, the first live road trip I've done, day trip really, with me and Henry Rivers. Hello everyone.